My name is Ugochukwu Anozie and I work for Community and Youth Development Initiatives. Today we want to talk about what is expected of you and I as electorate on the day of elections. Now on the day of the election, the first election comes up on the 25th of this month, which is the Presidential, House of Rep and then the Senate. What are expected of us? The first thing that is expected of you as an electorate is this. Upon arrival at the polling unit, you're expected to arrive as early as possible, preferably before 7:30 with your PVC. Remember, without your PVC, you cannot vote. Now, the next thing expected of you to do is this. Upon coming to the polling unit, present your, before presenting of your PVC, you're supposed to inspect the BVAS machine, which will be used by the INEC officials to ensure that the digital reading of on the BVAS machine is at 0.00, meaning that if it is at 0.00, no input has been made into the machine. Now, if there are readings already, it simply means that there are input has been made in the machine, and that can influence the choice of the election. Remember that INEC is saying that as long as the number of votes cast is more than the number of registered voters in a particular voting unit, that unit's election will be cancelled. So what it means is that the number of votes cast must not for any reason be more than the number of people accredited by INEC to vote in a particular polling unit. For example, if there are 1,000 voters who are supposed to vote, and then you have 1,100 votes cast, that means the additional 100 came from somewhere. Such results will not be accepted. Now, the number 3 thing you need to do is for you to queue up. Present your PVC for the INEC officials to identify and verify you. That is done using your finger on the BVAS machine. If that fails, your facial recognition will be used. Now, if both fails, you don't need to panic. All you need to do is to go back to the line and then come again. Now, the third thing is this. If the BVAS verifies you, then you will be given 3 ballot sheets. One is for the office of the president, one is for the House of Rep, one for the Senate. Now, if you're given less than 2, less than 3, that means that you're being denied the opportunity of voting right. If you're given more, that means if you use the 4 of them, your vote would influence the election negatively. The most important aspect of your voting is how you manage your ballot paper. Now, let's assume that you've been given this by the INEC officials, 3 of it. Now, you step into the cubicle provided and then you vote. Now, this is the best way to vote, using your index finger. You pick up the ink with your index finger. Let's assume that I am voting for party A. Now, I have voted. Now, after my voting, how do I vote? Avoid folding your ballot paper this way, because if you do, there's any possibility that the ink may splash, and as it is now, this will be invalid in the sense that I have voted 2 political parties unintentionally. Now, the best way to fold is I either fold it from up to bottom this way, so that even if the ink is going to splash, it will splash on the logo of the party but not on the box. Or another way is this: you can fold outwardly this way so that the ink does not stain on the other side, and then you place into the ballot box. Now, after this is done, you step aside and then you quietly wait around. Now, the next thing you need to do is for you to ensure that you take note at the end of voting to be sure that the number of ballot papers tallies with the number of people recorded